is way too loud. I really wasn't kidding when I said that it was going to be truly, 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 everything is going to be blown out. Can you hear that? Oh man, I feel a little nervous because it's like super, super, super like Are you wide awake? Can you hear? Hello? Okay. So I want to make it so that the audio for the BGM is not too loud, but also, you know, you can still hear it. Okay. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit to see what you guys are most comfortable with, okay? Lon, please tell me the pain transfer was successful. Oh, my stomach doesn't hurt that much anymore. I think you took all my tummy ache, lizard. Sorry, I'm eating a cough drop. I'm eating a cough drop right now. How's the music audio, please? Is it alright? Should I raise it up a little bit? Or is it perfect right now? Can you guys hear? Can you hear me? Thank you. I'll try to move away from the mic to clear my throat instead of like muting it. Music is pretty good. It sounds crispy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Today's stream is a read along to My Immortal. My Immortal. So what this is that it's apparently a Harry Potter fan fiction. And people say it's the most interesting Harry Potter fanfiction. I better sound good, because if I watch back on this and I'm like, oh my god, did I really sound like that? Or I'm like super blown into your ear, then I'm gonna be very, very embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed. Alright. I think I got everything locked and loaded. I have water next to me too. Yeah. Sorry. The cough drop is... I'm doing it so that I hear my own audio at the same time. So I hear how crispy it sounds. No, I've never read it fully, but I am seeing the warnings along. I do know a lot about it. Well, I don't know a lot about it. I know about it. Are you okay listening to your own ASMR? I'm going to fall asleep now. Good night. The plan of doing this is that this is going to be a read-along experience, but this is going to be, if I can make you sleep, it's going to be awesome. Okay. Alpha Sigma. It's hard to do this in a soft kind of voice, you know. I can't do it in a soft voice. I'm glad you can sleep a couple of hours. I'm gonna make you go back to sleep. I'm gonna make you go back to sleep now, okay? So what I'm gonna be testing out today is that this right here is the soft voice, and then This right here is the whispering voice. Right. So I feel like both ways I am kind of in your head. I'm in your head. Alright. Are you guys ready? 준비했나마? Okay, 准备快睡觉了. The voices in your head are telling you to play Apex Legends. Don't add YouTube. Come on, man. Come on, man. If anything were to happen to me, guys, look at Gandhi. Gandhi's the one who did it, okay? You can blame Gandhi for everything. If anything happens to my account or happens to me, it's all Gandhi's fault, okay? Yummy. Again, the voice and everything is okay? Can you hear? Can someone screenshot Gandhi's comment and post it in the Discord too? So I'll have it permanently, okay? Alright, let's get started. My Immortal. So this is a 44 chapter story. I don't think I can get through all 44 chapters, but we'll see what we can do during these 2 hours, okay? Or more. Hi. Or if you guys want to read along with me, I'll post this right here. Let me see. If you're like, what? This is actually like typing tingling sensation, huh? Let me see. Oh. Is that the link? That is the link. Alright, let me go ahead and pin that message. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started? Let's do this. Hi, my name is 𝓲𝓶𝓶𝓸𝓻𝓽𝓪𵵑, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Jared Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch. And I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in my 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipsticks, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside of Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger at them. "Hey, Ebony," shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. "What's up, Draco?" I asked.
Nothing,
he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Chapter 2. The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was a hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note Raven, this is you, woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist, raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini fishnets and pointy, high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. "OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday," she said excitedly. "Yeah, so?" I said, blushing. "Do you like Draco?" she asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. "No, I so fucking don't," I shouted. "Yeah, right," she exclaimed. Just then Draco walked up to me. "Hi," he said.
hey,
I replied flirtatiously. "Guess what?" he said. "What?" I asked. "Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade," he told me. "Oh my fucking god," I screamed. "I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me?" he asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all the corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arm. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I... Is this okay for me to say? Is this okay for me to say? It should be okay, right? Okay, I'm locking in. I felt a little depressed then. Oh my god. Okay. Lock in. Alright. Don't worry. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrist. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple plain t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note, a lot of cool boys wear it, okay? "Hi, Draco," I said in a depressing voice. "Hi, Ebony," he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 9666 and flew to the place for the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. "You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're all so happy you have arrived. The doctor cuts your cords, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life," sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Joel's so fucking hot. I said to Draco, pointing to a messy song, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we marched to the music. Then it caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively as he put his arm around me all protective. Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel and he's going out with that Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch. I said disgustingly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a really great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji for the autographs and photos with them. We got juicy concert teas. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Chapter 4. Draco, I shouted. What the fuck do you think you were doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned extra close and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against the tree. He took off my top and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm, and then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... Dumbledore. Chapter 5. Dumbledore made me and Draco follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape, and then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine, very well. You may go to your rooms. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess I lied. I went to the girls' room and I brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black four-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bedroom and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed, and after that we said goodnight and he reluctantly went back to his room. Chapter 6. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and red high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Kula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me, and all the blood spilled all over my top. Bastard, I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had an manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's alright. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me by vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 7. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist things on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note, see, does that sound like Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passionately, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I'd never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, a bloody Gothic writing was the word vampire. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand. Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. Chapter 8. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bluty, Mary Smith smiled at me understandingly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood like that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice. But I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had gone out with Vampire, parentheses, I'm bi and so is Ebony, close parentheses, for a while now, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid, preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Open parentheses, haha, like I would hang out with the prep, close parentheses. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard. I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virginity to Draco, and I started to burst into tears. Chapter 9. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose. Open parentheses, basically like Voldemort in the movie. Close parentheses. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't Gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, "Imperius," and I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell out of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. "Ebony," he yelled, "thou must kill Vampire Potter." I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair, and how his eyes looked just like Joel Maiden. I remember that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? "No, Voldemort," I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. "No, please, I beg." "Thou must," he yelled. "If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco." "How did you know?" I asked in a surprised face. Voldemort got a dude, you're so stupid look on his face. "I have telekinesis," he answers cruelly. "And if you do not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco," he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. "Draco," I said. "Hi." "Hi," he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Open parentheses, get it? Close parentheses. Between Joel Maiden and Jordway. "Are you okay?" I asked. "No," he answered. "I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled." "That's okay," he said, all depressed, and we went back to Hogwarts making out. Chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset went to the rehearsal with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I'm the lead singer of it and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, open parentheses, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it, close parentheses, and Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed that they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably... oh my god. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrist. Open parentheses, he wouldn't die because he was a vampire too. And the only way you can kill a vampire is with a cross. Or a stake. Close parentheses. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said "simple, plain" on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. "Ebony, are you okay?" Bloody Mary asked in a concerned voice. "What the fuck do you think?" I asked angrily, and then I said, "Well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's so nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco." I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind the wall. "Why didn't you fucking tell me?" he shouted. "How could you fucking poser, muggle bitch." Open parentheses, see? Is that out of character? Close parentheses. I started to crying. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. "What have you done?" He started to cry wisely. Open parentheses. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Close parentheses. "Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist." Chapter 11. No, I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room, because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and I slit both my wrists. Then they got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost struck it against my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bed and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I put on a black high heels with pink metal stuff on the end and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snape was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was, oh my god. Lupin was jorking to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you fucking perv, stop looking at me naked. I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Avacadabra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it's been real that someone has... No, he shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." "What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student." "I may be a Hogwarts student," Hagrid paused angrily, "but I'm also a Satanist." "This cannot be," Snape said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shone him. "There must be other factors." "You don't have any," I yelled madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may have been ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you don't drink enough blood. "Why are you doing this?" Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands in his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because Hagrid sat and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. "Because you're gothic?" Snape asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. "Because I love her." Chapter 12. I was about to slit my throat, my wrist again, with a silver knife that Draco had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must go both together. "No, I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire." He started to scream, "Oh, MFG, no, my scar hurts." And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. "How did you know?" "I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt." "No," I ran up closer. "I thought you didn't have a scar anymore," I shouted. "I do, but Diablo changes into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation," he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt and turned back into a lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what happened to Draco. Voldemort has him in bondage. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrist. Snape and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mungo's after they recovered because they were files, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had confiscated the camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger and thumb. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. "Ebony, I need to tell you something," he said in a very serious voice, giving me the roses. "Fuck off," I told him. "You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you," I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. "No, Ebony," Hagrid said, "those are not roses." "What? Are they goth too, you poser prep?" I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. "I saved your life," he yelled angrily. "No, you didn't," I replied. "You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snape and Lupin." To it, he added silently. "Whatever," I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eyes and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulus Marengo mi cremcelli romatio. Open parentheses, for all your cool gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute, especially for you, Raven. I love you, girl. Close parentheses. Imo noto okayo. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. Where the fuck is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Ebony, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what it is in the flames. Open parentheses, haha, you reviewers, flames, get it. Close parentheses, you must find yourself first, okay? I have found myself, okay, you mean old man, Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the end with lace on it. There was some corset stuff in the front. Then I put on black fishnets and a black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from Ring. Open parentheses, if you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off, close parentheses. And I put on blood red lipsticks, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, you do too, I said sadly, but I was still upset. I slit both my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snape and Lupin couldn't spy me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the care of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he used to be so in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in an eagerly said way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Stop it now, you horny simpleton, shouted Professor McGonagall, who was watching us and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco. I shouted and then I ran away angrily. Just then he started to scream, oh, MFG, no, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurts and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him in bondage. Again? Alright. Chapter 13. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, we both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't, we need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly, I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially you, Ebony, he said while he frowned. Look at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. It's okay, I tried to tell him. But that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon say, Abracadabra. It was Voldemort. Chapter 14. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised. This is for you, chat. If you get scared very easily, please cover your ears for just the next few minutes. This is a warning from the author themselves. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the guy who killed Kedrick was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, despicable preps, he shot at as we started shooting with a gun that he then suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? He said, open parentheses, and this, he is 16 years old, close parentheses. Huh? I asked. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing cruelly. What the fuck? You tortured my boyfriend and then you expect to fuck you? God, no, you're so fucked up, you fucking bastard. I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out like a fountain. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking through us, so we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went into my room. The vampire went away there. I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a six-pack and a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yelled it. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary because she's not ugly or anything? Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone's in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Harriet said he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and even Snaketail's in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. I shouted, then I ran away. Hello, it's Chips. Hello, fish. This is your first soundscape read-along of the channel. We are currently reading My Immortal. If you look at the pinned message, you will see exactly what fan fiction we're currently reading. It is a Harry Potter fan fiction. We're doing a read-along and we're going to chapter 15. Thank you so much for the kind raid. This is a stream that you can sleep to. So be sure to be comfortable, be in comfort. Have some water on the side. Close your eyes and get sucked into the sensational world of Harry Potter, where we are Ebony, looking to be normal for once. Chapter 15. Ebony shouted Draco sadly, no, please come back, but I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed to my room and closed my black door with my blood-red keys. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that I was reminded of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrist. I drank the blood all depressed, and I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time for me to go to biology class. I put on a short-ribbed black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped and spiky pelt. Under that, I put on a ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them. With blood red letters, I put on my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned into Draco. Ebony, I love you, he shouted sadly. I don't care what those fucking preps and posers think you're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he starts to sing the chronicle of life and death right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Joel Chester, Pure, and Marilyn Manson. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers. Open parentheses that were covered in black nail polish and were intertwined with Draco's now closed parentheses at them. I love you, I said, as we started to kiss just like Hilary Duff and CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked and we went together. Chapter 16. We ran happily to Hogsmeade, then we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR was there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Jared looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Jared pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Eaters. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily, not after what happened to me last time. Even if it's MCR and you know how much I like them. What? Because we, you got uncomfortable because guys didn't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. OMFG, what the fuck? Are you giving into mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christian or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shouted angrily. Ebony, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing, "The World is Black" by GC to me. I was flattered, because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. "Hajimemashite, girl," she said happily. Open parentheses, she speaks Japanese and so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese, close parentheses. By the way, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Oops, sorry. It serves that fucking bitch, right? I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Bloody Mary shook her head energetically. Oh yeah, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her and then Lupin did it with her because he's a neophiliac. Kawaii, I commented happily. Yeah, I think Miss Mayfair was trying to get a snack. So just in case, I had to quickly mute. Pardon me. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight. In the Hogsmeade with MCR. I said, I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally. Let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right, I asked, already getting out of my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun, I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogsworth, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diablo or Vampire or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call up brooms. OMFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on this desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. I'm sorry for the background. Miss Mayfair got her a snack. She waved at me goodbye before she went back to her room. Maybe I should have made a few more snacks to put up. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerald, except not, because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snape tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again. I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what, I'm actually gonna give it to you for free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight, he asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Taraway. What's yours? Tom Reed, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so because I'm going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. OMFG, Ebony, you need to get back to the castle now. Chapter 17. Lock in. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted because he was really into fashion and stuff. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big boobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. What the fuck? So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diablo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you can tell they thought we were too. Diablo was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a black gothic GC t-shirt, and black Vans that he got from Warp Tower. Bloody Mary was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Neville, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family was vampires. They died in a car crash. Neville converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black Orv t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and a black hair with red streaks in it. We're going Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz that his dad, Lucius, gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. Wait, this is the same thing. And so did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose, red eyes, and everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Eaters. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Ebony, I told you to kill a vampire. I shall kill thou and Draco. No, please, we begged sadly, but then he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shot a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Oh my god. Oh my god. Water break. I think you could hear that. That was tea, actually. Wait, let me drink water for real. Ready? Chapter 18. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood, red lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you can see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside of it. Open parentheses, the night before Draco and I went back to the skull. Close parentheses. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had, you know what, to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you can see there was pink paint underneath the black paint, and there was posters of poser bands everywhere like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. W2F, I shouted, going to sit next to the Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerald Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Neighbor was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table and the Gryffindor started to cheer, while we goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as he went to transfiguration. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way, but I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed so we could go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was and he got mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini, a black high-held boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee and Gone Under. Excuse me, but what about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it looks like, he shouted. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily crying. Draco banged the door and I whipped and whipped as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Open parentheses, Raven, that is so our video, close parentheses. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock. I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted it to be Tom Riddle or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR is? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that was a lot of goths and punks were going to. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. This chapter is so long. Oh my god. Okay. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic combat boots. MCR were going to do the concert again, and since Voldemort had taken over the last one, I slit my wrist while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night feeling excited. Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothing and moshing to Fangir for the venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but scaredly hoped that it was Draco so we can do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. I was allowed to say it because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snape. No, actually, can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. I mean, I'm gonna skip a few lines. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick with white foundation. And then I went and I gasped. Snape and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. Open parentheses, I love seeing guys do it, close parentheses. But both of them were fucking preps. What the fuck is it that you wanted condoms? I asked sarcastically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lupin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit, Snape began to shout angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a picture of them. You can see they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wand at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck? Where did Draco go? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it, and on the back said Ebony on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert. MCR was there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Jared was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena and his beautiful sexy voice began to fill the halls. And then I heard some crying. I turned and I saw Draco crying in the corner. Chapter 21. Later we all went into the school. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Ebony, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you will fucking won't? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came true. came to. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility cloak. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hands. Who's there? He shouted angrily. If we saw Flitch come, he went under the invisibility cloak and started to mew loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser son of a bitch, Vampire said under his breath in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Flitch meow. Filch, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filch nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because we thought we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and bursting into tears, slitting his wrists outside the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess so, Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put on the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision or something that was happening right now. There was a knock on the door and Fudge, the Ministry of Magic, walked into the school. Chapter 22. Okay, guys. Oh man, this is really hard to get together. Okay. So chapter 22 is the halfway point. What I can do is to stop after I read this last chapter, do some more talking with you guys in this soundscape type of atmosphere, and then we will do a part 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna complete the story. All the ships that were coming in were like, what the fuck is happening? Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna do a part 2. I'll finish this chapter, and then we'll do some talking with you and I, and then I'm gonna do some typing sounds afterwards. I'll do like monkey type or something. And it'll be great. Alright, let's continue. All day, everyone talked about the Ministry of Magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas, then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diablo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and gothic boots that were attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy, simple plain t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looks just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Maiden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all her cleavage, with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics all on it, like that one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, open parentheses, who is Ginny, close parentheses, who was there too. She was wearing a ripped gothic black dress with the ripped stuff all over it and a laced up top thing with black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diablo, Crab, Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist with a razor. They got all depressed so that they become gothic and converted to Satanism. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped at him. Why the fuck are you all here? Emily, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put on my fucking clothes first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. All right, I said, smiling, but you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we can see Dumbledore. Cornelius Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Umbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Dark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelius Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Umbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retire or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily, but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There's only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Will, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. Okay. All right. That is the halfway point of my immortal. My immortal. We will do a part 2 next time for this. Make sure that you guys thank Phoenix for this, okay? Okay. So the peak cinema, truly amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm shaking, I know, I'm shaking too. Who is Phoenix? He is a sorry, excuse me, one of our new project managers. He is in the Discord actually quite a lot. So you'll be able to see him. Thank you. Yeah, there was more to censor than I thought. Oh, do you guys want to hear some water sounds? Because I'm gonna drink water anyway. You ready for this? You ready? Water. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Oh, Letty. Now you want to hear keyboard? My keyboard is a type that's like I have a 60% keyboard, and it's very clickety clackety, very choke. I think the word is chalky. It's like chalky or something. Greatest fanfic of all time. That's what I'm saying. All right, are you ready for these sounds? How are you making that sound with your mouth? I know, really impressive, aren't I? Y'all, I just know how to make so many sounds. What can I say? I'm just that impressive. What other sounds can I give you guys, actually? Let me see. What do I have here? Yeah, my mouth is moving to it. Impressive, right? I can do my my tablet sounds really nice. Oop, I'm sorry. I think I just hit something. Oh, I'm sorry. You ready for the sound? We ended halfway on chapter 22. I'm gonna write the first name I see. I'm gonna write Zachary's name. Now I'll write the next name. I see a lizard. Oh. I don't know. I really like the sound of writing on this actually. I will write Takeru. Oh. Phoenix is extremely happy. I'm so happy. Oh. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to be. I mean, I knew I was going to be reading, you know what I mean? But, oh man, that was. Is your handwriting fancy too? I would say that I have like either really messy handwriting that's like not legible, or like very typewriter-esque, like it's very even. But I wouldn't say it's very fancy. I think it's very even. She's writing her death note right now. Who's next? Who wants to be next? Sorry, excuse me. I'll drink more water meanwhile. Yeah, that was definitely something to behold. Oh, 7 me please? Me please? Alright. Since you guys want your name to be in the book too. Accord. Oh, and right below, Oleg. Dawn is next. Users next afterwards. Whoa. Temper. Oh. Yeah, you were first in the list, Zachary. First name I saw. Me too. Alpha Chama. Okay. Because I was called Alpha Chama. I'll write your name too. Okay. And then me, Frank. Ooh. I'm even gonna dot a little heart after your name. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, no more tummy aches is good. Excuse me. Oh yes. What a crazy time. Alright, tomorrow's stream is going to be a cursed food tier list with Miss Shuna Unagi. We're gonna be listing or rating different types of cursed food on the tier list, and it will be my first collab out of the agency. I'm very excited. And then tomorrow, the day afterwards on Friday, we have after hours again, where we're going to be talking about zombie apocalypse and more zombie stuff, and I'm really excited about that because I love watching zombie movie recap videos and zombie movies and zombie series, and and stuff. You know, surprisingly, for someone who really likes watching zombie stuff, I never finished The Walking Dead. I think I stopped watching after Glenn got whacked off. And then on Saturday, it's going to be morning stream, morning Zatsu again, talking about the new year, resolutions and goals and such. It's going to be the first morning stream of the year. And then afterwards, actually, I need to put this onto Discord and Twitter. Saturday at around 11:15 a.m., so an hour after the morning stream, we're gonna be playing Calamity Terraria with some new friends, and that's gonna be my second collab out of the agency. Next week, I don't want to give you guys any. I want to tell you guys, but I won't tell you guys yet. But I will let you know that there are some additional collaborations that are going to be occurring that I am particularly excited about. Actually, I'm way too excited. I can't wait to tell you. And I will probably let you know on the Saturday stream of the schedule for the week afterwards, because I am way too excited. Like, this is my mind is like completely shook. So please be as excited for it as I am. This Cord, would you mind posting that Discord again? The Discord link. Thank you. So for now, I think this is as good as a time to go ahead and close this off for My Immortal Part 1. I am going to change the thumbnail and the title just to put Part 1, and then we'll do the final version perhaps sometime later on. Actually not this month, because I'm not going to be available towards the end of the month to do some maid duties. I'm going back to the mansion for a little bit just to see Mother again. Wuthering Waves, I hope you have fun. I'm excited myself, and I think that you guys will be excited as well. I hope that this year, that with our debut over and everything, and us getting into the flow of streaming, you guys finding who you like to watch and everything, that I also get the chance to participate in many collaborations and enjoy and have fun time here with you guys. Also, seriously and calmly, I hope that this was definitely we can't say the word, so RMSA session for you guys. I hope this was a nice RMSA session for you guys, and that you guys enjoyed it, and that, you know, my voice was able to convey the feelings and emotions of the story, most importantly. What's on? Wonder if I can go. There you go. Alright. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. Yes, it was a good I hope it was a good RMSA session. I hope to do more in the future. But I like if I were to do more RSMA stuff, I love doing scripts or themes. I'm not very good at improv stuff. So one of them would be to, for example, let's say you are ordering at a cafe. I'll have a job as a cafe. You can order it off the menu. And each menu item is going to correlate to a certain tingle sensation. Or, for example, water pouring, paper, writing on the tablet, that kind of stuff. And then I also want to do one particular one where you've been kidnapped, and I am the kidnapper's sister, and I'm trying to tell you that everything is going to be okay, making sure that you keep quiet so you don't make too much noise and don't call the police. And I think that's going to be really fun. In fact, let me give you a little example right now. Hey, don't talk. You know they don't like it when you talk like that. If you keep quiet, maybe he'll let you out a bit early. We're just waiting for the ransom, that's all. You have a working kidney, don't you? You know, that kidney could sell for a lot. It could be used for other things too. Maybe if you give me your kidney, I can convince my brother to let you go. How does that sound? Alright, you think about it. I'll be right back. I'll come back with some water for you, okay? How does that sound? Cheese foam uses cheese grater over mic. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I'd get Stockholm syndrome. Okay, let me continue. Oh, man, I guess they got the money ready for you already. You know, I'm really gonna miss talking to you, even though you couldn't really talk because you had your mouth covered this entire time. But it was really great company. I really enjoyed it. Man, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna miss you, Dust Buddy. I really am. Maybe we'll bump into each other again, whether it be in an alleyway, in another basement, in jail. No, I'm not too sure either, but it was nice speaking to you. So how was that? Did you like that? Your kitties do not. That's why I want them. Was I a good hostage? Kidnapped sisters, Dad? You were probably, I would say, the best hostage. You didn't talk, you didn't struggle, you drank the water when I gave it to you. Yeah, I would say you're probably the best hostage that I've had down here so far. I can't wait to have you down here again. That's gonna be really exciting. Hopefully we get to spend more time, you know, talking like this. More like I'm talking and you're listening, which is great too. Oh, true. Man, because we're gonna be away for a while, because we gotta be under the radar and everything. You think I can have like one of your fingers or like maybe your ear so I can remember you by? I mean, it's just a finger, just the tip of it. Just cut it off and I'll just keep it, you know, in the refrigerator or freezer or something. Just to, you know, give me a reminder of you, that's all. What do you think? Are you willing to part from it? Yeah. I'll write this. Actually, maybe I'm not that bad at improv after all. The left pinky. Yeah. I mean, the left pinky, I would prefer maybe a bigger finger, like your ring or index, but I mean, if you give me your pinky, I'll take it. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Okay, I'm going to pin the Discord for a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Thank you so much for coming today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And oh my god, there was so much with that story. There was so much with the story. Ashley, you're so good at it. Oh my god, maybe I am good at improv after all. Then until next time, if you guys also have ideas for RMSA streams, like I said, concepts and themes and ideas for scripts, you know, feel free to drop your thoughts, ideas into the Discord chat. We can talk about it. I already am filled with too many ideas for merch, fake merch stuff, stickers and patches. Everything's in my head right now because of you guys. So I welcome your thoughts and I welcome your feedback. And that I'll see you guys next time. Good night, 𝓲𝓶𝓸𝓻𝓽𝓪𝓵.